My Hero Academia. Brian, I think you're on mute, by the way. This is My Hero Academia, Chapter 2.
Brian, Academia.
Oh, welcome back, Brian. This is My Hero
My bad. I didn't realize I was muted.
Were you talking this whole time? Did you talk at all?
I wasn't talking this whole time, but I just realized I was muted.
Oh, whatever. This is My Hero Academia, Chapter 296, Hellish Hell.
Hellish hell that smells helly.
A helly hell. A helly hell that smells helly. That's pretty good. But anyway, we get a little bit of a recap of what, the aftermath of the Paramount War, or not the Paramount War, the Paranormal Liberation, whatever war thing that just happened.
I think it was like a raid, right?
They call it the Paranormal Liberation War. That's the title of this arc, apparently. But yeah, they explained that like the Nomu were everybody joined forces to take on the high-end Nomu. 7 were able to escape. 3 were destroyed, but 7 of the high-end Nomus, along with Shigaraki and his people, managed to flee. Gigantomachia.
Some of his people.
Yeah. Gigantomachia, Mr. Compress, and what's his name? Damn. The fucking Redestro. I don't know why. Yeah, I like his name too. I don't know why I forgot it. But Redestro, Getten, and Trumpet were all also taken in, which is an interesting cast to bring in. Like we just got
Cementos bodied this dude.
Oh my! Wait, which dude?
Fucking.
Oh yeah, you're right.
He got him drowning in fucking cement.
I mean, it's looked like it took a lot out of Cementos. He's like impaled.
Oh yeah, he looks like he's hurt.
Yeah.
Damn, yeah, you're right.
I didn't even notice this the first time I read this.
Yeah,
honestly.
Me too. I didn't notice that either. Cementos is on the ground. Whoa!
He's like, ow!
I've been stabbed.
By the way, we still haven't seen what happened to the killer whale guy.
Gang Orca, you're right.
Yeah, we still haven't seen what happened to Gang Orca.
Wait,
so.
well, we'll get to
he
it.
He didn't pass away.
Yeah.
Who would have caught that superhero that was posing?
First of all, I think like
he looked like Mr. Incredible.
Yeah.
Slidey
guy.
Edgeshot was the guy who beat Redestro, it seems, which is pretty cool. And like a ton of 16,929 people were arrested during the raid. However, 132 of them, including high-ranking advisors, were able to escape. Their bases scattered around the country were hit too, and sympathizers, including Slide and Go, whatever this guy's name is, he got
Slide and Go, yeah.
Yeah, he got taken. Mr. Incredible over here is like, no. He is out, but the chaos is still reigning. There's still so much fucking damage everywhere, and there are a bunch of like rescue heroes scrambling around. The first of which we see is Uraraka just coming in with the smooth slide, saving these children from dying. Good for her. And she's just like working. She's trying to do her thing. This is the kind of hero that Uraraka wanted to be. Is the rescue.
Yeah.
Hero. So
I was thinking about it. I'm like, not every hero, not every character has to be a fighter, and that's kind of like what My Hero Academia has kind of been trying to reinforce in us. Like, sure, there's characters that are more inclined to be in a fist fight and shit, but there are heroes who prioritize saving lives over fighting.
Yeah.
And Uraraka is one of them.
For sure. She's trying to save everybody, and as she's like doing her damnedest, she sees this hero just kind of standing there like traumatized. He's like, yo, this is too much. And as he's like looking on in the chaos, and Uraraka just stares at him kind of disheartened, he says, I need to find a new line of work. Yeesh. So yeah, I think that's another effect that I didn't even consider from this war, is that heroes might not want to even fucking do this anymore. It doesn't sound so cool anymore when everyone's dying.
Yeah, like it's easy when you have All Might around, right? But once he's gone, The whole world, like people forget, like before All Might, the world was a really fucked up place. Like, or at least Japan was. I don't know about the entire world, but before All Might showed up, like villains were the shit. Like they were kind of dominant.
Yeah, that's true. There was like a hero industry, but like All Might changed everything.
Yeah. He made heroes. He gave heroes more power in the situation.
I mean, arguably, it's why like All for One couldn't really pass on. Oh, One for All couldn't pass on in an orderly manner, is because it was so chaotic that All for One, well, for all people used to just drop and just pass on their powers last minute. You know, so it's kind of wild. Yeah, you're right. It's kind of reverting back to what it used to be. And the real gut punch of all of this is that we cut over to.
Oh my god.
To Kirishima and fucking Ashido and Yaguruzu and Sugar Man looking on down, and all you see is Midnight's mask. And, you know,
oh man, that one hurt. This one hurt.
Like her spine.
Yeah, I agree. This was a painful one. But not just her. We get a little bit of a postmortem for a bunch of heroes that have passed off.
Majestic.
Yeah. A lot of them.
Who's the eye guy?
X-less.
Not Dinosaur Head.
Not.
Who's this guy with the ripped mouth too? Like he looks familiar. I feel like we've seen him before.
We did see him before. This is someone that Toga killed and took their body or something, or like changed into them.
Oh yeah.
Is that Daft Punk?
I know Daft Punk did.
What about the guy with the sponge on his forehead, like next to the dragon?
That's not a sponge.
Or it looked. I just called it a sponge just because
that's like old samurai armor
for me.
Or something, like a headband, like a ninja headband.
Yeah, like the dude from the Sound Village had with the blasters.
Right. It's just on his head now.
We've seen him before too, right?
We haven't seen most of these guys.
He looks familiar.
Well, bro, these are all. Come on.
They're not big name characters, but some of these guys look familiar. Like we've probably seen them before, but we never really got to know what kind of characters they were.
Series again, man. These are all very
no, they don't.
Characters.
I'm almost
not
sure.
as important as Class 1A, but they all played a role in a plot at some point through the series.
I'm actually sure they did.
I'm disappointed that you guys don't remember that.
No, I'm sure they show up in My Hero Academia Vigilantes, and they were super important the entire time.
Oh yes, absolutely.
They were secretly the most important characters of all time.
Mm-hmm. They put in mad work, and this was big. This was huge for a lot of people who understand the deep lore.
I feel like we're being mean about it.
My Hero Academia.
Yeah, but in any case, all these heroes are dead, and then we cut over to some civilians talking about like, yo, shit's getting crazy. What's gonna happen to Endeavor? That Dobby thing sucks.
Yeah, we gotta cancel this dude.
Yeah, yo, Endeavor's canceled, dude. And
hashtag Endeavor's over party.
Yeah, some people are considered like, yo, we should just move out of Japan, which is more than anybody has ever said about New York in the Marvel universe. It's like, yo, we shouldn't live here anymore. And we get a little shot of Midoriya just like out. He is out for the count. So is Endeavor. They're already like he's like beat up on the ground. Like he better have a statement about this tomorrow. Which I think that goes back to what Shigaraki said about like heroes being just this kind of like public figure-y celebrity thing, where they're so dependent and kind of spoiled because heroes exist to always protect them that they're weirdly detached from reality, where they're like, even when he's bloody and beaten on the ground, they expect him to explain himself the next day. It's like, damn, chill. But we get to the final and craziest part, and I'm gonna have to eat some crow here because it turns out Brian called this. All right, be graceful. Have some grace.
Prison break, baby.
It didn't make sense to me at the time, but apparently, All for One is speaking through Shigaraki and is like, "Yo, it's my turn now. No, my dear, hear me, my tireless Nomu. It's time to free my real body." Yeesh. Yeah,
I have another theory, and this one's well, I've heard this one before actually, so never mind.
Okay.
But it's not my theory, but it is a theory that makes sense, right? So, the theory that's come up about a Prison Break arc is centered around All Might and Stain.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
Because All Might was already going to go there. That's called Tartarus, right?
Yeah.
He was going to go visit Tartarus because Stain requested to see him, right? And by this point, there's a chance that he's there, that All Might is there, or he's going to be there when they invade. Yeah. So that arc is basically going to be Stain trying to keep All Might alive throughout the Prison Break.
Yo, that would be pretty cool. I'm interested in seeing Stain again. It's been a while.
Yeah,
and there's actually another thing that Horikoshi mentioned that's very interesting. He mentioned that we would see Moonfish again. You guys remember Moonfish?
Yeah, I remember Moonfish.
Oh,
I'm here for it.
That's like, there's a chance that this arc is going to be like a horror movie, like horror movie shit, like All Might trying to fucking survive in a horror movie-esque kind of arc, which would be really cool.
Yeah, like, I mean, I'm here for it.
Most of My Hero Academia is so over exaggerated and like crazy battles and shit. But what if you're powerless in a situation against like a genuinely terrifying villain like Moonfish or One for All? Like, that's some wild shit
for an entire country, and you had that flag on your back. I'm sure he'll figure it out.
Yeah.
He'll definitely lean on Stain.
Yeah.
To do it.
Yeah. All for One is going hard in the paint. Like, I love his dialogue where he's like, "Yo, I'm not letting them rest, dog. I'm going in."
Like, yeah, I'm gonna keep applying that pressure.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm excited.
Actually, I have one more theory.
All right, Brian.
That I just thought of. I'm thinking, like, what if, like, if this prison arc actually happens and it's All Might stuck in this place, I'm thinking this would be like a point where you see that kind of All Might and Deku switch places. And, like, he starts to act more like Deku than he would as All Might, you know? In this situation, he'd be more analytical. Like, you would be able to see, like pieces of All Might that he saw in himself from Deku, you know?
Mm-hmm. That's interesting.
It's funny.
Like, this would be... Yeah, this would probably be the arc that reinforces why he chose Deku over, like, Mirio or something like that, right?
Probably. But I think, like, All Might didn't pick him because because All Might, from what everybody says about his early hero days, is that he was kind of like using All for One, and he was just so fucking overpowered that he didn't really even have to do that. So it's an interesting position where he'll have to use his wits to survive. But yeah, I'm excited. If that's the case, I'm down for it. I love a Prison Break story, so I'm here for it. Moonfish and Stain.
I had the
together.
thought that there's this. I feel like All for One is definitely trying to overtake Shigaraki, in that there's more of a dynamic to be played out there.
Yeah.
So I want to see if something happens when they actually reaches his body.
Yeah. All for One's trying to Orochimaru his way in. It's fucked up.
Yeah,
yeah. Man. Chris brought up a good point. Like, I don't know what he's gonna need his actual body for. At least, I guess he's just trying to keep his body around for a bit until the full transition happens with Shigaraki. But
yeah,
I guess my thing was, like, I would understand why who wants to be in prison. Like, All for One would want to leave, but I'm like, the idea was that, like, Shigaraki would be the one to do it, but then I was thinking, like, why would Shigaraki do that? Because he's trying to break away from All for One. So why would what incentive would he have to break him out? But I guess if All for One is orchestrating this, and he's the one who's calling Nomu to get him, as opposed to just getting Shigaraki to do it, that makes more sense. I'm interested. I mean, I'd love to see it. I mean, My Hero, this whole arc, I've enjoyed it more. I can't wait to, like, read it in full, because I feel like that's probably the best way to absorb this arc. As it's coming at you fast and furious, like it was intended, as opposed to, like, this week to week kind of wait situation. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to see what's next for My Hero. Not a bad start, or not a bad post-mortem for this arc. You guys ready to move?
Actually, I have one more question. Where is Shigaraki in this last panel? Like, is he on his way to Tartarus right now?
Shigaraki?
Yeah,
I don't think so.
Is he riding on the Nomu straight to Tartarus?
I'm not sure, but I think it's irrelevant because he's either about to move out or they're on their way.
I know what happens.
Okay.
So if you look at the top panel, you can see that you can see Dabi and Spinner there.
And Dabi has black hair all of a sudden again.
Yeah, he does have black hair all of a sudden again. Good call, Brian. This panel is very small, and I also have kind of there's like sometimes these small panels where sometimes you don't notice things, but yeah, they seem to be like chilling in the safe zone, like they made it far enough that nobody's chasing them anymore.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's about it.